Hi everyone, my name is William O'Hanlon and I want to wish all Washington Township residents a happy Thanksgiving. And I wanted to give you an idea of what Thanksgiving was like growing up in the O'Hanlon family household. Because I'm a lifelong resident of Washington Township. I graduated in 1982 from Washington Township High School, so I'm getting old. But the thing is that Thanksgiving was a really big event in the O'Hanlon family household. And one of the things that I didn't appreciate until later in life is that my mom was a saint. She cooked everything. She made the greatest Thanksgiving dinner, and we love turkey at the O'Hanlon house. And one of the things that she used to do was invite a homeless person into our home for Thanksgiving. And I never understood why. We would let the person see what it was like to have a good family and how we operated. And they always felt a little uncomfortable, but we tried to make them feel as home as best we could because, I mean, the person's uncomfortable. They're homeless and they have no place to go. And they know that we know that. And my mom would invite a homeless person every year. And one year, she invited a homeless person. Her name was Kathy. And Kathy was homeless, not because of drugs or anything. I don't know what her circumstances were, but she was homeless and she needed help. And my mom invited her into our home, and she was in our home for a couple of years coming for Thanksgiving. And what happened was my mom worked at Camden County College. She was an assistant to the dean, and that was her job there. And she was also president of the union. So I come from O'Hanlon's believe in unions. And I was in the sheet metal union, and my mom was the president of the union, but not for teachers. It was for service workers like cafeteria workers and security guards. And I want to say this. When my mom was the president of that union back in the 80s, the security guards were getting $32 an hour. Now I think they make like $18 or $19 an hour. I don't know what happened. But my mom would never have let that happen. So my mom worked at Camden County College. We have Kathy over. It's her second year over. And she's struggling. She's homeless. And my mom sees something in her. And she gets her a job at Camden County College. And don't you know, Kathy did the job spectacularly. My mom said she was so proud of the work that she was doing. And Kathy ended up taking that job, working very hard, and then getting an apartment and getting out of a homeless shelter, getting the apartments that are across the street from Camden County College. I forget the name of them now. They changed name a couple of times. And then Kathy got a car. So Kathy was able to rebuild her life with an opportunity just an opportunity is all she needed. And she took that opportunity and succeeded. And that never would have happened if my mom wasn't so, I would just say unselfish would be the best word for it. She's very compassionate. And so Kathy came into our house and we treated her nice and we watched football and she was very quiet. And then the second time she came, so it was really only a 1 year period that she was, without shelter. She was living in a homeless shelter, I should say. And then she got the job and she performed well at the job. She just needed a chance. And then she went ahead and she got back on her feet. And she's had a career there for as long as I know, and has a very nice life. And it was all because my mom invited a homeless person into the house. Now, I don't really know anybody who does that. So one of the things that we did this year for Thanksgiving, and I have to say this, my wife Karen had completely different idea than I did of Thanksgiving this year. She wanted, our friends over and different things like that. And I asked her if she minded cooking for the Oxford House. Because, part of my, program in staying sober is to help and work with other people that are struggling and try and get them on track. And that's why I try and do it. It's really for me, it's not for them, but it's so rewarding. And at the kitchen table, we were talking about our families, and they were saying how some of the men were married and their wives weren't talking to them, or they had kids and they were behind on support. And it was just, it was touching, because yet they were so grateful to have a place to come, and they were working on rebuilding their lives. And I just thought back of my mom helping, and now I'm carrying on that, kind of like our family tradition. I'm working with people that I understand, people who suffer from alcoholism or addiction, and to have them over and to see joy and talk about different things, and really just to give them hope. And it was so much more of a rewarding experience. And Karen was saying afterwards, because everybody went home now, it's late now when I'm doing this video, and she was just saying how happy she was, and she was talking to me about the different men and the stories they were relaying to her. And we're really proud of these guys at the Oxford House, that there's only one way to go, and that's up. And there's, something to be said for that. And they're really trying. And to just be able to have them over for dinner, that's becoming, I hope that becomes an O'Hanlon family tradition. I really do, because we just had a wonderful time. So that's how we spent our Thanksgiving, the O'Hanlon family. And I want to wish everybody, all the residents of Washington Township, happy Thanksgiving, and see you soon.